The turn of the millennium was a moment of both fear and anticipation.
People stood at the threshold of new century, uncertain of what the future could hold.
The Tampere Film Festival, in collaboration with AV-arki,
aims to reflect on this pivotal moment of exploring films created around 1999 to 2000.
That speaks about this era of uncertainty.
My name is Salla Tykkä, and I'm an artist, and I use mainly moving image and photography as my mediums. I've been making moving image works since 1995, when I made my first tryouts in the art school. And today I do my own films and work as an artist, but I also teach at the University of the Arts at the Academy of Fine Arts, where I'm the professor of moving image and contemporary arts. While planning this film, I was really taken or kind of impressed by the film by Martin Scorsese, Raging Bull. Not of course only because it's a really well-made film and very terrifying film, and very violent film as well. But there was this kind of like the protagonist is a way like antagonist type, but still the whole story is kind of about him, and I started, I think, paying attention, of course, a lot to the female figure in films in general, and I used this kind of like this Scorsese film as some sort of like a reflection, and as the film is centered around boxing and this male boxer protagonist, so I wanted to make something similar, like a commentary, but from a very kind of like a personal point of view. Power is a short film. It's about like 4 minutes long, and it depicts a fight between a female, a small female figure, and a very kind of like big and athletic, powerful male figure. And the female figure is stripped bare, like topless, and the male has the shirt on. It is like kind of like very cinematically built film. So, and for me it was very important to make that film. It stemmed from, of course, like my personal frustrations that I felt as a female growing up in this kind of like patriarchal society, and having to face, having had to face all the time this kind of what I would feel, it's like almost this kind of like invisible wall everywhere, and getting to understand that many times this wall or fence is somehow related to the thing that I'm not a man, and I have less creativity, but also less power over deciding for my own life, my own self, but also like for opportunities in society, for expressing myself and so forth. Like in boxing, when you become a professional, then you fight without a shirt, and it was for me like a way to also reveal something, that if you're a female figure, you can never kind of like box without shirt, because your breasts are really fragile part of you, and they couldn't stand pain, and so it is a bit like allegorical also in that sense that as a female figure and also as an artist you reveal something very vulnerable of yourself in this kind of like struggle. Why do I use body, or why is body image important for me? I think there has been like a lot of reasons probably for that when I started studying arts and when I decided to use photography and film or video as my mediums, I was already kind of getting aware of feminist ideas and they really resonated in me. I was a young art student and I wanted to test my ideas home in my everyday surroundings. So the easiest thing, of course, is to place the camera on tripod and shoot yourself. So the body, and especially like my own body in that sense, became material that was always available, and you didn't have to think ethical questions. Do I have the right to use this body or not to use this body? How I see it, kind of the feminist struggle is much longer. So ever since I would say like the pre-modern times and the modern times, women have sought justice and equality and better place in society. So how we see always our own struggles, we should also see them in connection in the continuous struggles in the past. Also, I think when we connect personal, individual works or efforts as part of this struggle, we shouldn't take them as if they were created in a vacuum. So they always have a grounding in somewhere, like a place where they grow out from. So in my case, I started working with thematics around feminism and maybe questions around identity as well, although they are slightly different. but I think this identity problems that I kind of confronted were opening me the view to the wider societal oppression of women, and of course that is very related to politics and power. So although my work has always had these very personal elements and autobiographical elements as well, I have tried to connect it to the wider universal human experience. I think I always kind of knew that I wasn't good for a normal job. So there are very strong memories where I remember as a child, or like drawing, or that they were finding, like they are like findings, that your life expands when you're producing images, and it's not only the image, it's like you doing it. So becoming an artist, it was a choice, but I think there was for me no other way. In my life, I don't know if it has much. Making art has, of course, like it's a way of living. It's a way of being a human, and connecting to other artists, and connecting to artworks. And it's also for me a way to also reach out to people and to connect with them.